So to begin, place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Begin to feel the chest rise and fall. Begin to feel the belly rise and fall. Inhale and exhale. And on the next breath out, gently close your eyes. I want you to continue with your natural breath, feeling the air enter through your nostrils, then exit through your nostrils. Continue to feel your breath. On the next inhale, feel the belly rise, then the ribs expand, and finally the chest lift, coming to the top of the breath below the throat. And on the exhale, the breath leaves the chest, ribs fall, belly contracts. Continue with this breath, feeling all three parts of the breath, and think to yourself: belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly. And just notice when the mind drifts away, that is the magic moment of awareness. So come back to the count. Continue to feel the breath in those three parts, thinking to yourself as you breathe in: belly, ribs, chest. And as you breathe out: chest, ribs, belly. Now I want you to begin to feel the breath as a wave coming up from the belly and rising to the top of the breath beneath the throat. Hold this breath for 2 counts, then let the breath go in a wave from the chest out of the belly. Continue with this wave-like breath, rolling in and up, then counting for 2 and rolling out like a tide. So once again, feeling the breath as a wave coming up from the belly and rising to the top of the breath beneath the throat, holding for 2, then let the breath go in a wave from the chest out of the belly. Continue with this wave-like breathing, rolling in and up, then counting for 2 and rolling out. like a tide. I want you to feel the fluidity of the breath. Feel the complete cycle of the breath. Focus only on the breath. Remember when the mind has wandered away to a thought, to a sensation, to a feeling, to a sound, simply notice where the mind went. And with patience and without any judgment, just notice where the mind went and bring it back. Continue with this wave-like breathing just for a final few moments. Rolling in and up, and counting for 2 and rolling out. Belly, chest, throat. Chest, out, belly. As we finish this part of today's practice, I want you to finish a final cycle of this breath, and after a complete exhale, return to the natural breathing. Nice, long, slow breath, completely exhaling out. Feel the calmness in the breath. Feel ease and steadiness. Now with our mind at calm, at ease and steady. Before we wrap up this practice, this state that you're in right now is a great state for reflection. So with your eyes remaining closed, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Before I ask you those 3 questions, I want you to think about all the areas that make up your life. It could be family, fitness, health, career, hobbies, sport, personal growth and development, community, finances, whatever those areas may be. Just make a mental note of those areas that make up your life. And now, as you've considered those areas, I want you to think about now, where you're at right now. I want you to think about, out of all of those areas, what is most important? What area is most important in your life right now? They say there's a time for work and then there's a time for play. There's a time for rest. There's a time for family. There's time for self. Ask yourself, thinking about those areas of your life, what time is it right now for you? What is really, really important? Out of each of those areas, what is most important? What time is it for you? Now, as you've chosen one of those areas, going to ask you 3 questions. And these are my 3 power questions that I ask myself on a regular basis. And I get my clients to do exactly the same thing too. Question number 1. With that one particular area in mind, what are you doing well? What are you really, really doing well? Where can you really hold your head up high? It could be small or large, it doesn't really matter. What are you doing well? Make a mental note of that now. And for some, you might want to press the pause button, grab yourself your journal or a notepad, and write down all of those things right now in that particular area of your life that you're doing really well. And question number 2. Sitting back, relaxing, eyes remaining closed. What could you be doing better? You're doing it, but it could be done better. Maybe reflect on times in the past when you've done it really, really well, whatever it is. So think about past experience. Think about what you know works really well for you and ask yourself, I'm doing it, but what could I be doing better? Feel free to press the pause button, grab your journal, grab your notepad, and put pen to paper. Or simply make a mental note. And thirdly, question number 3, what more could I do? Now, this is an assumption that you're currently not doing it. So think about that area of your life. What more can be done? And once again, you could think about past success, maybe past modeling, things that you've done really, really well, and for whatever reason, you've just dropped the ball, or you've moved away from that ritual, you've moved away from that habit, or you've simply forgotten about it. So what more could be done in that area of your life? Once again, press the pause button if you so wish. Grab your journal, grab your notepad, and put pen to paper. Now coming back, lying on your back, or sitting upright, eyes remaining closed. Final question, final thought. I want you to think about the things you're doing well. I want you to think about the things that you could do better. I also want you to think about what you've noted in some of those things that could be done that you're currently not doing. So what more can be done? And let's together make one confirming commitment. To do that first, however, to create a one confirming commitment or a one-step action plan, ask yourself in this area of your life, how satisfied are you right now? 10, extremely satisfied, 1, extremely dissatisfied. So based on your own level of subjectivity, how satisfied are you right now? Press the pause button, if needed, to think about your current level of satisfaction and jot that down. And now coming back, think about that level of satisfaction, think about what you're doing well, what could be done better, and what more could be done. And now as we close today's session, or tonight's session, or this evening's session, ask yourself, what is one step? What is one confirming commitment right now that you can act on in the now to help progress your current level of satisfaction to where you want it to be? Once again, press the pause button, grab your notepad or your journal, or simply make a mental note. When it's complete, open your eyes.